Happy Thursday morning. I made a video last night, a long one, about how there's literally nothing that you could show Trump supporters to either get them to believe that Donald Trump participated in some of the things that Jeffrey Epstein was doing, and there was nothing that you could show them that would cause them to actually care that Donald Trump was participating in some of the things that Jeffrey Epstein was doing, such that they would then turn on Donald Trump. There is literally nothing that you could show them or tell them or inform them of that would cause them to turn on Donald Trump and stop supporting and defending and justifying his actions and minimizing his behaviors. There's literally nothing. I didn't think, and I was like, they're gonna start defending, justifying, and minimizing the things that Donald Trump has done. I didn't think that would happen this quickly. Megyn Kelly suggests that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't an actual pedophile if his victims had gone through puberty. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Quoting from her most recent episode, she spoke with journalist Batya Ungar Sargon about Epstein on yesterday, and she said the following: "As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, from early years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this." You think she's talking about Trump or Bill Clinton? "But that he was into the barely legal type. Like, he liked 15-year-olds and 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts that he wasn't into, like, 8-year-olds, but he liked them very, very young that could pass or even look legal. But he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that is what I reliably was told for many years." Megyn Kelly got on camera behind a microphone and said all of that about teenage girls. Well, if they looked legal, if they'd been through puberty, even though they were 13 or 14 years old, then he wasn't really a pedophile. As I'm sitting here right now, I'm finding it very, very challenging to think of something more disgusting than this. Kelly admitted that she began to change her opinion after Attorney General Pam Bondi. So that was Megyn Kelly's opinion. That was her opinion. She agreed with this person who was close enough to know virtually everything. And it was Megyn Kelly's position that if the girls had gone through puberty and appeared legal to a passerby, meaning if a stranger walked past them and thought that there was a chance that that girl could be of legal age, then that meant that Jeffrey Epstein was not a pedophile. That was Megyn Kelly's opinion after having been informed by this friend of hers who is close enough to have close enough to have known virtually everything there is to know about Jeffrey Epstein's activities with children. Kelly admitted that she began to change her opinion after Attorney General Pam Bondi claimed that Epstein had thousands of videos with child sexual abuse material. Quote, for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual pedophile. For the first time, Megyn Kelly is admitting that for the first time in 2025 is the first time that Megyn Kelly thought that Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile. She just said that. For the first time, she began to change her opinion after Attorney General Pam Bondi claimed that Epstein had thousands of videos. Quote, for the first time, after being advised of that by the Attorney General Pam Bondi, who was confirmed in 2025. Prior to 2025, Megyn Kelly is admitting that she did not think that Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile because 13, 14, and 15-year-old girls had gone through puberty, and some of them could appear legal to strangers walking past them on the sidewalk. That absolves pedophiles in the mind of Megyn Kelly. Up until 2025. These fucking people are going on the internet, going on TV, going on camera, getting behind microphones underneath the lights and saying shit like this out loud. And then going through the editing process, going, no, I think that's pretty good. We should publish that. We should put that live. We should put that up on the internet. And then they do. They put it up on the internet. So the rest of us can watch it and recoil in absolute horror at what our country has become. Quote, for the first time I thought, oh no, he was an actual pedophile, Megyn Kelly recalled. I don't know whether it's true. How many survivor accounts do you need, Megyn, before you believe women? I have to be honest, I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Megyn Kelly noted that no girls claimed Epstein had victimized them before the age of 14. Whew. Well, thank God. Thank God there were no girls under the age of 14 who claimed that Epstein had victimized him. Because we all know that's the cutoff, right? According to Megyn Kelly, that's the cutoff. If you're 14, you've been through puberty, and when Ghislaine Maxwell is done buying clothing and makeup for you and getting your hair done, that you can pass for legal to a stranger who's walking past you on the street. Quote, you can say that's a distinction without a difference, that there are no 13-year-olds in the batch. I think there is a difference. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old, you know? I'm just going to read that last section again. For the first time in 2025, I thought, oh no, he's an actual pedophile. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Megyn Kelly noted that no girls claimed Epstein had victimized them before the age of 14. Quote, you can say that's a distinction without a difference. I think there is a difference. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old, you know? The whole thing is just disgusting. I would note that Megyn Kelly has 3 children. I think 2 of them are girls. You can't really tell from their names. Her son Edward was born in 2009. A daughter, Yardley, was born in 2011, so she's 14, which means that she's gone through puberty and could pass for legal to a stranger on the street, which, according to Megyn Kelly, if Jeffrey Epstein had had sex with Megyn Kelly's 14-year-old daughter who had been through puberty and could pass for legal, that would not make Jeffrey Epstein a pedophile. Their other child was born in 2013 named Thatcher. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Thatcher?